Hello, welcome back if you're a current subscriber, welcome if you're new. So I do have my trusty sidekick on my lap because that's just the way we roll in this house. So we're going to do a chop and chat. I have one of my favorite candles. It's the Courtyard Curse from Goose Creek. This one was gifted to me from my friend Tracy. I've got some trinkets of my son here. And I have my new Hydro Jug, which is the tortoise shell. Sorry, y'all. I know this sold out in like 2 seconds. But it's amazing. I love it. But there's so many great Hydro Jugs out there. So if you can't get one, you just get another. That's kind of how it rolls. My nails are kind of basic and boring. I'm going to keep them for the week, so they're actually, sometimes you're going to see they look red, and they actually do look more red in person, but they're duochrome over a black. And if you're interested, maybe I'll put the link for the chrome that I got, because we like nails here. So this video is chop and chat. So I do have, hang on one second, and I just heard a baby gate fall, because guess what? When I'm upstairs, my dogs cannot handle that I'm up here without them. So apparently they've busted through the gate. So anyway, I probably will do 2 videos, because I do have some questions I want to go over in one of the videos, because I asked you guys to ask me some stuff, which you did. But we're going to start with some teddy bees. Holiday in Halloween Town. So this is one of my favorite. I'm not going to read the scent notes because I don't have my readers on, but this is like my favorite fall scent. It's so good. I've made a few posts this week about things going on in my house, and yes, there is more medical stuff going on, and so I don't want to say a lot, but it's just kind of sad and hard for me again to be going through this journey. My oldest son has an autoimmune disease, and it was like right before, it was 2019 November, and then it took us like several months to kind of figure out what was actually going on, because he doesn't have typical symptoms of Crohn's. And so it took months to get him diagnosed, and then he finally had his 2 scopes the day before the world shut down for 2020, as you all know what that was about. That's how I chop it and throw it back in there. Sadly, we are in that predicament again with another kiddo, and again, weird symptoms, and just my mom gut was like, just bring him in. And yeah, we did one test that is pretty definitive, and we have to do some more stuff. But obviously I have experience with this, but I just didn't know it had such a strong genetic component. And gosh, my husband's adopted, and so it's just like, but here's the crazy thing, you guys. I've had an ulcer after my son when he was sick, I got this ulcer, and then it got worse after he passed away, and I had terrible symptoms, and they had to do this huge workup on me, and I thought for sure something's got to be wrong, right? Sorry I didn't share it. I heard Vanilla Cashmere. This is not a favorite, but I just want to finish it. Princess Katya, this is a birch gorgeous blend. I love. Winston, lay down, honey. He is literally sitting on my lap. I don't know if I can show you. Can you see him here? I'm going to have wax all over me now too. I just set him down now after all that, because he doesn't want to sit on my lap. Okay, so anyway, we've been down this road before, and like I said, I've had multiple issues that I would have thought for sure it was from me, but I've had, after you hit 45, you have to do all this stupid stuff and tests. It really wasn't that bad, honestly. Actually, got myself more hyped up than it needed to be. So I did that this year, right before my surgery. And, because of my sister with breast cancer, I've had to make sure I'm up. I have to do a lot more stuff. I shouldn't say that I do more, actually. They want to do MRIs every year, and I don't do it because my insurance won't cover it, because the doctors feel it's appropriate, but your insurance doesn't, so you can't have it. And I can't pay, how much money. What would an MRI cost? I'm sure a lot for a breast MRI every, year. So anyway, I want to finish cutting the other half and just use it. I just don't love this, and it's just sitting here and it needs to be used. So I've had my stuff, so I know. Now my husband hasn't because he's sorry, but he's a dude, and gosh sakes, he go in and do his preventative care, and I'm gonna make him after this now. And so I have had my stuff done, so I know that I don't have any inflammation in my, I guess, GI tract, right? I've had an endoscopy because of my ulcer, and then that was in like 2017 or 18, I can't remember. And then I've now had a colonoscopy this year. So it's like, it's not coming from my side of the family because, there is a strong genetic component. Because my husband is adopted, I would assume, Riverlands is so good. We are, I guess, assuming that the strong component must be his side. We'll see another specialist. We're going to go to a different specialist because where I work, I have, luckily our pediatrician contacted the team right away, and they are getting us in right away, so quick. But his levels are, the one test is very, 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 very high, very high, you guys. So I think they do want to see him as soon as possible. And so I don't know. We obviously have talked to him about it because we have to do all this stuff coming up. And my other son, who has the autoimmune disease, is like, it's got to be dad's side. Because it's just, how do you have two kids that possibly are going to have the same diagnosis? I fall in love. So I don't know. It's just been, as a parent, it could always be worse, right? I've been through worse, losing a child, obviously, and so I understand worse. I get it. But you just think, oh, it's, you've been through one issue and you're gonna have no more issues, and that just has not proven to be the case. And I understand that this world is not without sin, which, not that health isn't a sin, but that there's bad in the world, so that there's going to be bad things that happen to, good people. It doesn't really matter, and children, sadly. I love this scent, Baked by the Ocean. This is amazing pistachio. I love this. So interesting. And I'm not usually a pistachio fan, but this thing is nutty goodness. I don't even know if you have this, it's so cool. So anyway, there'll be a lot going on in the next couple weeks for sure. Sounds like they're going to get all the testing done this month, which is amazing. And I just prayed so hard about that because you just want to know what the diagnosis is so you can help them and move forward and feel better, right? That's just kind of how it works. Lady Lena is pretty similar to Princess Katia, just a little different, some different scent notes, but it's kind of reminds me of it. So if you have one, you kind of don't need the other. You could pick between the two and not get 5 million pieces of wax like I have. You can do whatever you want. It's your money. Obviously, you know that. But just saying, it's a horse apiece, right? It's kind of like sugar cookie. You can blend a million things with a sugar cookie. Find one kind of blend of sugar cookie with, let's say, Christmas cookie blended with it, or Christmas tree and cookie. And you can only do it so many ways, and then you're like, okay, this is the one I like the best. And then you just kind of stick with that. Spooky encounters. So that's what's going on with me this week and the next couple weeks, I guess it will be. But on the positive, we are going to a hotel next week to Wisconsin Dells, which if you guys aren't from here, it's it's a huge water park. We go to the one place, and this year, we usually go ourselves, but this year my friend gifted it to us for my kids. Well, obviously we're going as well, but I have a very good friend of mine, and she reached out. Actually, we were actually discussing it with, just because I had surgery this year, and then This is even before we knew with what's going on with my son. We were just kind of discussing that the cost was pretty high and, maybe it wasn't a good time to go this year. And literally the next day she called me and was like, I have this timeshare. I'm not going to use it. Our family booked this trip and it's actually not going to work. Could you guys go and I'll transfer it in your name? And yep, we made it work. And so the dogs are going to be taken care of and we're going to go for 3 nights, and I'm super excited and the kids are excited. And so that is a huge cool thing, but the hotel is really nice. It's like 3-bedroom, full kitchen. So I'll do some meal prep this weekend, and then, we will go there. Okay. The Queen Who Never Was. I don't really like this, I don't think. I don't know. I can't determine what I think of this one. So, that's a cool thing. And I think I said in one of my videos, there is a Bath and Body outlet on the way. So I'm going to stop. You know why? Because I need some dang therapy, some retail therapy, and I don't care. I work hard, I can play hard, and I'm going to do so this month, and I don't care. No, I really won't go crazy because that's just not my personality, but I will go because I want to. But I just, sometimes when you're having a hard time, God shows up, and that's in forms of friends or prayers or community. So I'm very thankful for this trip. My kids are very excited because, like I said, we were going to be like, I'm a pretty good budgeter. When we go to Florida, I look around for a place to stay and this and that. And so I have a budget of what we usually spend. Beautiful mess. This is really good. When I first warmed this, I was like, I don't think I'm going to like this, but this is just totally a vibe of sitting by and having coffee. The scent notes are really interesting on this one. But anyway, so, we were kind of like, well, let's just not do the Dells this year, even though we usually try to go every year. But last year we didn't go because we went to Florida instead. But this opportunity came up and we were like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. And, obviously she's like, usually when she does this for us, she did this when my son was alive. And then the first couple of years after. So anytime her family or her won't use it, she calls me. And so like I said, we were like, well, we're going to budget for Florida, so we're not going to do both. And then she called me literally the next day, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's wow. So we are going to go, and we are going to go to Florida as well. So I'm pretty excited. So are the kids, obviously. The trip for Florida is planned for December, but if anything changes with my kiddo, then that will obviously change as well. So that is obviously dependent, and on that, I love these little angels. This is one for me and my son. So, and this was actually a wooden toy that I bought him right before he passed away. So yeah, it's up here on his dresser upstairs. So, cause I love this room and that's where I put his dresser. I think that might be it. Nope, there's a few more. Okay. November Rain. I raved about this, you guys. This is a phenomenal fall, outdoorsy, aquatic, rainy evening night. I absolutely love this scent. If you got this, let me know. So there is some exciting stuff. Oh my gosh, it's just so good. So there's some exciting stuff in the next, month actually, because both of the trips will kind of coincide a month apart. Again, we did not plan that, but it just kind of worked out that way that I was just a huge blessing, you guys. I'm not going to cry in this video because it's just, I don't want to right now. So I'm just thankful that God is so good. And even when things are struggling, he shows up in different ways. You don't always, it's not like, sometimes when I would just love if God would just talk to me or whatever, but it doesn't always work out like that. But he does show up in other ways, and I'm very thankful for that. And so we're very excited, very thankful, very blessed to be able to do this with the kiddos. And some of the kids that are older than 18 are going to come, some are not, because again, as they become adults, they have that choice, and some of them don't want to do the things that we do, so that's totally fine. So hopefully, well, whoever wants to go is always invited, obviously, right? All right. sugared chestnuts and apple butter. I love this scent so much. But my Teddy Bees, I do have a big amount that I'm going to destash because I am just going to stick with what performs in my house. And I'm going to be buying different because, you guys, I'm sorry, not sorry. We're going to talk about it. I'm tired of it not performing. I'm sick of it. I'm done. Yes, the scents are cool and conceptual, but like, especially the bakery, I just have a hard time with bakery and my open concept. Now, again, my open concept, to be fair, is a beast. So this is just my experience, okay? My personal experience in my home. But when I can put in Sassy Girl and it's, a 10 out of 10, and then I put in Teddy Bees and it's like a 5, and I mean, I don't even know if it's a 5. This scent in my open concept is like, okay, maybe I'll give it like a 7, but I'm searching for it, and I just don't feel like wax should be like that. When I smell it, I want it to be like a 9 at least. And when there are vendors who are, I'm just over the hype of things. If something's not performing, I'm not buying it. So you're going to see the order that's coming, which I think is going to be shipping in the next week or two. Mine isn't very much. And honestly, I don't know if I'm going to go in the RTS because I'm just on the struggle bus with performance, and I just don't want to do it anymore. Does the scents that are, like I said, some of the, like this scent is, I don't even know why I got a loaf, because honestly I don't think people love this as much. It's like a black cherry kind of perfumey conceptual scent, because Teddy Bee does those well. But again, like I told you, I need it to be a stronger performer, and I've had issues with some vendors, and I've had to stop buying for a short amount of time until people were like, I think they're adding, I don't know what's going on. Is it an oil? Is it a wax thing? I don't know. I'm not the vendor. I'm not trying to speak ill. I'm just talking about how a vendor performs in my house. It's not like drama, guys, okay? Like, but let's be real. If something's not performing, as a consumer, what are you going to do? You're not going to buy it. So that's just like a candle. Yes, I get that this is I Heart Vanilla Frosted Cranberry. But we use our voices with our wallets a lot of times. That's how the world works. And if something isn't performing, you're not going to buy it, and nor should you. And I just don't want to feed into that if people are coming here, and I'm going to keep it real. I do that always. I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to. Do I love her conceptuals? Do I love Creepshow? Yes. But again, this is it's kind of like a light medium. Oh, this one's already chopped. So I'm going to just dump it in here so I know it's chopped, and I'm going to use this. Because I want to use this up. I used some in my studio here, but I've been testing it this last couple weeks, and I've been on the struggle bus. Even in my laundry room, I'm like searching for it, and I'm like, I just can't, dude. I just can't. I don't want to do it anymore. Do I love scents? Yeah. But it's not worth it if vendors aren't, I don't know what the deal is. If it's, like, it could just be me, right? But I just want to share that because I'm not going to BS anybody and tell you that it's butterflies and rainbows. That's not me. That's my husband, but that's not me. And I'm not feeling it right now, and I'm just not going to do it. So I'm going to destash stuff because other people have great performance, or maybe they just put it in a smaller space and they're fine with that. But for me, I'm just going to go smaller from now on too. Like if I do order a scent, it's just going to be in one souffle. I'm going to test that batch out. And then maybe next year when she has it again, I'll try it again. But no, I don't feel like you need to let your wax sit for 2 years and then it will perform. That's ridiculous. I'm not keeping wax for 2 years and then be like, and I've had some Teddy Bees that's 2 years old and that doesn't work. I've tried stuff right away and it's worked. So I don't buy that. I mean, vendors will tell you, some vendors will say, yeah, it's ready to go because, if they're pouring this and this is from, I can't even read this, January, and then you get your order in March, I think it should be ready by that point. If your order's not ready in 2 months, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it. So you do you do whatever you want to do. It's your money. It's your house. I don't care. People are going to do whatever they want to do. People are going to say whatever they want to say, but nobody's buying me. No, I'm not. I won't say it even if I'm an affiliate with a candle company. I don't say it. I don't say it for nothing. I don't say it for nobody. Sundresses and lemonade. This is gorgeous laundry. I don't do laundry, but this is an amazing one. I think it's got like melon or something in it, but it's in lemonade. It's really good. Very unique. Again, these kind of scents are going to perform this as a laundry, and I've had this before, and again, I got a smaller size. So for me, that's kind of what I'm going to be sticking with. And this isn't a bashing session, but this is a reality session, okay? And I just have had a lot of people ask me, or like have been reaching out, asking me about performance with Teddy Bees, and it's like, yeah, I've been on the struggle bus. Yeah, I really have. I've been on the bus. Been on the bus of it. Yep. This I got from Sea Sugar. She did a fundraiser and or an auction and then donated the money to Amanda's husband. So she put a sticker on this one. But this one is the Under the Boardwalk, which is like a circus concession kind of blend. And, you know, I want to warm this because I want to think of Amanda and her family and pray for them. And every time I warm her wax, I do pray for them. And so I'm just like, girl, you got to use it. And what an honor it is to have some of Amanda's wax. And yeah, that is a loss in the community. So sorry, I'm not trying to be negative, but welcome to my therapy or TED Talk. I mean, again, I don't know, you all, I got to say this too. I'm on a roll today. I'm sorry, not sorry, but like, you know, this is just something funny about work. So it's not funny either because my coworker, our main company is in Maine, like in the Maine market. So, but I'm not located in that office and neither was my coworker. But my coworker moved here for a boyfriend a couple years ago and that relationship has ended. So now she's going back and I'm like super sad about it because, I'm going to miss her. And so it's kind of been a week, like with my stuff going on with my son and then just all this kind of stuff. And now, see, this wax is a lot softer. I think the other one was an older pour and I think she changed her wax a little bit, if I remember correctly. But so she is going back and tomorrow is I'm off Friday. So tomorrow's the last day I'm going to see her in office. I will see her Monday when my son goes up there for his appointments. But so it's like an hour and a half away. So I'm super sad about that. So it's kind of been a crappy week. But I was laughing at her because when she answers the phone, she's got like this super sweet voice. And, you know, when I call our patients, you know, I do speak a little softer, you know, like, hello, how are you guys doing? And how are things going? And, you know, you just kind of change your voice. So she really, her voice is like sweet as sugar when she answers the phone. So today I was just laughing at her because you do not sound like that. And that is hysterical. But I love it. Okay. So anyway, I try to keep my voice. Smells so good. Gumball machine. So I try to keep my voice as close as I can. And I was just thinking about making videos and do you think that people have a voice that they use on camera that versus their real life? And I was watching some videos and I'm just thinking about that today. It just was in my mind and I'm just I've been in a mood, okay, just so you know. So I just kind of was do you think that people have that, or do they have the voice that they have, is that their real voice, or do they put on an act? I don't tend to do that. I feel like for the most part, what you hear is what you get. I've met some people, obviously, like Etta on YouTube, and because we were in Galveston, and April and she's a local friend that I met, and so I've met people, and I would meet anybody, right? But I just wonder if people think that about me. I wonder if they think I sound the same as I do in person. But I've got that kind of voice that it's really hard for me to fake it because my voice is kind of annoying. So it's I don't know that I could fake. I don't know. I don't know that I could do it. It is really hard for me to do a phone voice because I try not to sound fake, but sometimes it's okay, I'll try to do it. Hang on. After I clean this up. Hello. What's going on? Is there anything that I can help you with today? So yes, I can certainly do that for you. I can definitely give them a call and see what's going on with that order. Absolutely. How is Bob feeling? Has Bob been feeling okay? Do you feel like you need to be seen by the doctor anytime sooner than that visit next month? Okay, so there's pretty much my voice when I call parents, because obviously I work with kids, so I gotta put on a sweeter voice. But like, I don't know. I just had to wonder, like, if people's voice is the same as it is on a video or on a phone call, because I know it's not when I call parents, but I don't know. I just made me giggle. State Farm. I was just on a roll. Oh, this is good. Caramel mac apple funnel cake cotton candy. Oh, this is good. This is from 2023 and it smells amazing. So I just was on a roll like today and thinking about that. Like, do you think people are, see, this wax is different than the other ones and they had different pour dates. Wow, that's crazy. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Because I think we all do when we're like on a work call or work meeting and you've got like the sweet voice, right? I think we all probably do that because, like best foot forward, right? It's your job. But like on YouTube, do you think people that make videos, like sometimes I catch people and then it's like, oh, I knew it. I knew that wasn't your voice. I knew you didn't sound as sweet as that. I knew it. Kind of like, it's kind of like, when I talk to my kids or, on a normal day, but when they're in trouble, man, they better run because when I get mad, I'm a fuse. I'm a force. I don't do a whole lot of disrespect for my kids. Like, you're going to hear it. I don't do that. No. And a voice is different than an action. And I think my kids can be afraid of that, my voice, because I want my kids to be good humans, and they are. And they really are good kids, and they're not brats or nothing, but I've been hard on my kids. So I think that's probably, well, not just me, my husband is too. Kelly, you gifted me this. Look I put my little sticker on there. Thank you, Kelly, for gifting me some of your Salt Mountain Melts. That's so kind. Wow. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? So like I said, I love you all. I love watching your videos. I love hearing you guys. I'm not like being rude about it. I love it though. But like I said, sometimes I'll watch people's videos and I'll catch them, and not even just wax. I watch a lot of videos like true crime and all of that stuff. And I just like people who just talk normal, because it's just like, or you guys, I've got another problem. This is just going to be a total bitch session. Swanky pumpkin ginger apple. I think that's what it says. So my other thing is filters, man. What the heck? I've been seeing so many people use filters, and like, it's alarming to me because I was using this app, and a friend and I were like editing our videos and then like editing our thumbnails, and man, I could look, this is really spicy. Hoo-wee. That's gotta be the ginger. And I was really salty and like I made myself look like I was 20 Barbie, 20-year-old Barbie, and I'm definitely not 20. And I was just like, I am totally not doing that, because people would obviously know. But like, okay, this one is Trick or Treat. That smells good. So I've been watching some, like I said, some videos, and I'm just like, dude, turn off your filter. Like, I can tell you got a filter on, because when I look at your face, everything behind your face is either blurred out or you've got the smoothest skin I've ever seen. Like, do you think people think that they're fooling people? I don't know. I'm not a fan. I don't care what the hell you do with your videos. If you want to put a filter on yours, you go ahead and do it. But honestly, do people think that they're fooling people? That's what I wonder, because like, it's okay to age. It's okay to have wrinkles and lines and all that kind of stuff, because we're aging. That means you're alive. And I do get that perspective from my sister, because obviously she's taught me a lot about that. Sweet Home Alabama. This one is French bourbon and roasted pine cones. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Isaiah 41:10. So like, I don't know. I just feel like it's another thing that we're doing because why? Like, it's like the voice and then filter, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I'm fine with seeing your face if you want to. I'm fine if you do a filter. I don't really care, but I do think people realize it and know. Obviously the beauty community has gotten in a lot of trouble with that, because you're literally promoting makeup and then you're throwing a bunch of filters on your face. Like, I feel like that's pretty shady, but I don't care if people honestly do it if they're making a video on anything but beauty. Beauty is the one area that bothers me because of what I just said. But I don't know. It's like this whole, internet world. Like, people just want to deceive and, I don't know, make themselves look better, or like, at least for me, I feel like I'm pretty raw and natural, and I feel like you kind of get a vibe from me, like I'm not going to BS you. I don't know. But there's a lot of nice people, and on YouTube, this is sea sugar peanut butter jelly time. I just feel like I watch some people and I'm like, gosh, they seem so nice. And then like, when I'm editing my videos, I'm like, I don't know why people watch me, because like, I am not butterflies and rainbows. I am like thunder and lightning, man. I honestly, this week I've been doing okay with things, but I feel like I'm doing all right, considering, like, so I feel like time has helped with a lot of that. Oh, I love the nuttiness in this. I wish I could get this again. This is amazing. Peanut butter jelly time. There's like such a nuttiness in this. I've like hoarded this since 2023. I need to use it though. Okay, hang on. This one. Let's do this. I don't know. I do honestly wonder when people watch my videos, like, why I have the subscribers I do, because I just think, wow, I don't know how people like me. I don't know. But but everybody's always their worst critic, right? Like, I had my mom, like, I don't even like wearing my hair behind my ears because things my mom said to me, and she didn't really tell me I was ever beautiful, and so I have my own issues, right? But those are my demons I deal with. So that's probably part of why I'm my worst critic about everything about my body and myself, because I didn't have a mom who was my cheerleader. And for my kids, man, I think they're amazing, and they're beautiful, they're wonderful, they're smart, they're just lovely. And I'm so thankful that God picked me to be their parent. Is parenting easy? Nope. But I would do it all over again in a heartbeat. Even losing my son, I would totally turn back time, even if I knew it meant that he'd still go. Like, I would just do it all over, because it was great to be his mom for 15 months. So, Witches Fly at Night, I love this. So I don't know. I mean, I think we can just all be our own worst critic. I love these. This one too. This is Haunted Carnival. Like, I love these shapes, but I'm going to cut it because I think this is like from 2023, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to enjoy it. Life's short, and you know what? Tomorrow's not promised, so I'm just going to enjoy my wax. Yeah, and if I need more, because it's, sometimes I'll do this and I'll mix like a plain bakery, or I'll do a candle with it, so I can do whatever I want. So life's, enjoy your wax. Okay, this one is Haunted Carnival. I already told you that. Now I'm rambling. So, like I said, a lot of changes going on this week. I'm not necessarily a big fan of things, but I'm sure I'll cry tomorrow when, because like I said, my coworker, her last shift with me is tomorrow. And then, like I said, obviously I talk to them every day, but she won't be in the same building as me. But gosh, this candle is so strong just sitting here. Like, it's not all the way pulled out yet, but it is a beast. I'm just sitting here and it's so good. But yeah, pretzel, cart, peanut butter, and jelly. I love this scent, both of these scents, and then I love them combined. So I think it's just been a lot going on this week, and like I said, just other things in my life, and you guys know that it's just, like, our health is so important, and I need to do better every day, eating better. I try probably most of the time. I try to be good. I mean, people at work make fun of me because I usually don't partake in the desserts that they all bring, or donuts that they bring, because I'm just like, nope, I'm trying to eat clean, and so I usually refuse treats. I do refuse treats at work every single time, and they bring a lot of treats because I'm over in Peds, and man, they bring a lot of goodies, because they're all little motherly ladies over there. So, I love hearing the kids all day, every day. So, but yeah, there's just been a lot going on this week, and I don't really like it, and our health is really important. This is from Kelly again at Cider Lane Cupcakes from Pharmacist Daughter. Winston, did I say he's back on my lap? He's like batting around. He's like, who said you could cut wax? Pay attention to me, which I'm almost done. We have one more loaf and we're done here. So if you've stayed and listened to me ramble and rage and be sassy, well, that's nothing new on this channel. Okay, bud, I'm almost done. I'm going to put him down because he's like, he wants me to pet him, and I will pet him in 2 minutes here. So yeah, I don't know. It's just been a week, y'all. Just been a week. Boy, and the other thing is, man, I don't like this hard wax. I don't. Oh, where did the bag go? This is why I've been buying smaller sizes too. It's just, this is just a mess. I don't mind chopping wax, but I don't like when it's so messy. So normally when I don't do a video, I'll take this downstairs and I'll microwave this for like 30 seconds, and then it chops without breaking. And so that's what I normally do when I have a lot of wax I don't chop, but like I did a bunch of Rose Girls. Oh, this one smells good. I did a bunch of Rose Girls muffins last night because I'm trying to work through my Rose Girls, like I said, 5 times. And it was so messy, not even funny. And I was just like, I'm done. Like, I was like, I just don't want to do that either. It's like, I don't like the mess. It's like with Sassy Girl, I love her brittles because you just break a piece off and you're good to go and you're done, right? So, okay, this is a favorite of mine from Southbound. This is Pumpkin Cream Puffs. This is like from 2022. She reformulated this, and I just ordered 2 of her mini souffles. I would have loved multiple loaves, but oh my gosh, it's such a great pumpkin scent. And the scent notes are all messed up, so I can't even read them. But she had, like I said, one of the oils had been discontinued, and I have been asking for this for years too. And then she said it was reformulated. So that actually, I just got shipping this week that's coming from Southbound. And so I'm excited to smell the 2. So I thought I'm going to chop this up and not hoard it, and I'm going to enjoy it because life's short. And, but yeah, this is one of my favorites. She has a great cream puff oil, and when she mixes it with things, it's so good. But maybe I'll do this probably this weekend. So, all right, well, so what did you think of my sassy TED Talk video today? Because, I mean, honestly, it's okay not to agree with me. I don't think we're all the same. I think for the most part, like, people who are here know that if you and I sat down at a table, we would have a conversation and enjoy each other's company, whether we agree on the grand scheme of big things in the world. We don't have to. That's the beauty for me. I enjoy people's views and thoughts and feelings, but I know this country is also very divided, which is sad. It really bothers me. It really does. But ultimately, like my husband and I have talked a lot about, it's just, our faith is what matters, nothing else. And so whether or not people like you for your feelings or your views or your politics, ultimately God is the one we care about, who, like what he thinks of us. And we're going to choose to live our life like that, not worry about what other people think, because clearly this country is sadly very divided. And that makes me sad, honestly. But I think that I pray that our country can get back to just being kind. Like, I have a shirt that says, like, live like it's 9/12. And obviously that was after September 11th. And I really, do you remember how, if you were alive, like, the country was, like, together and not divided and not hateful and not angry. And oh, this smells so good. I agree with that. The country was together. It wasn't filled with hate and anger, and I don't know. There's just a lot of that going on, and I don't know. I have a different perspective, I think, because when you see siblings battle cancer and you lose a child, honestly, I changed after my son died. I don't care what people think of me. I utterly do not care if you don't like me. It does not bother me. It doesn't bother me if you don't think I'm pretty. It doesn't bother me if you don't like my voice. It doesn't bother me. If people say mean things, yeah, that bothers me, because, like, if you commented on my video and you're just like, I hate your dumb fat face, yeah, that probably would bother me, but I'll delete it and then I'll move on, because ultimately that's a you problem, not a me problem, if you feel the need to say such mean things to a stranger. But ultimately, I can cry about being hurt and then I'll move on, because God gives me that strength and that ability. And I've been through literal hell on this earth. And so nothing anybody says in the internet world is going to hurt me like that, because I've been through it. Life is not easy. But how you treat others is important, whether you agree with them or not. And again, if you don't believe in a higher power, that's totally fine. But well, it's not fine, but it is your choice, is what I should say. But I don't believe that I'm going to the dirt after this. I believe I'm going to be reunited with my son and my grandpa and celebrate up in heaven and have a great time. And it's going to be, I'm going to have like sit on the beach and not get sand in my butt crack. That's like my version of heaven, and give glory to God. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Let me know how you're feeling this week. Are you feeling sassy? Are you feeling happy, sad, mad, angry? What are you feeling this week? Because I feel like it's okay to feel where you're at in the moment. I was talking to a patient's mom about this today and said, it's okay to be where you are in this moment, but we have to move past that. So how can we do that? So we can sit in our feelings, but have a plan to get out of those feelings, because you can't live there forever. Otherwise, you're going to become an angry, bitter person. And I feel like that's kind of sad. So, but again, you can be that person. That is my mother is that person, and I'm just not that person. So you do whatever you'd like in this big, great world. And with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye.